fitness journal. So on the front page, this is just a journal I got from Sainsbury's. It was just £1.50. I've just simply wrote my fitness journal, and then I put a photo of myself from 3 years ago. This is when I was obviously much healthier and much fitter than I am now. So I just kind of put this on to kind of remind myself that, you know, I can get into really good shape. Not necessarily because I want to look like this again, but just to kind of remind myself that, you know, I can do it. And I had this photo in, so this kind of made it really budget friendly. So it's good to use like a photo from the past, or, you know, you can take things out of magazines or whatever sort of works, or you can even print stuff off, although that can, you know, with the ink and the paper, get more expensive. So I just did this because this was obviously a free way of me doing it, because I already had this in there. And also you could write obviously the inspiring quotes and stuff. As you can see from my bubble writing, I'm not the most artistic and good with stuff like that, so I've just personally left it sort of blank, but obviously you can kind of customize it as much or as little as you like. And I just want to say that I got the inspiration to do this from one of my friends. She did a bullet journal on her YouTube channel, Even Angels Fall, so that's on my channel in my friends if you want to check that out. She didn't do a fitness one, just a general lifestyle one, but because I'm really trying to get into shape, I want to do a fitness one. But if you're looking for inspiration, that's a good one to sort of check out. So in the front cover, I kind of did motivational quotes, ones that are working for me. I've left spaces because I find with motivational quotes, depending how I'm feeling at the time, different quotes will resonate with me at different times. Sometimes a quote will really be working for me, then all of a sudden that quote's just not really doing it for me. So I've kind of left space so that if I need to kind of change my quotes and try something new, then I've got space to add different ones in there. Then I've got my index. I won't go into this too much because obviously I'm going to go through all the pages, but obviously this is just to make it easy to reference and where everything is. And then I've got long-term goals. So these are ones so that I can make my shorter-term goals, making sure that you know, working towards what I want to do long term. And what I've done is I've put dates on each one, because if you kind of just put, oh, I want to do this in 8 weeks time or whatever, then that 8 weeks time will just every week keep getting pushed back, and you'll just keep saying to yourself, oh, by 8 weeks time, by 8 weeks time. So if you're quite date specific, that you've got much more chance of achieving your goals. And some of these are like way in the future, because they're stuff I haven't started on and I think it'll take me a long time to achieve, but I've just put them on there to kind of remind me things that I would like to do and work towards. Then I've done September goals, and this is really good because you can make this completely customizable. Another thing I want to mention on the long-term goals, I've also put a little circle, so if I do achieve them early, I can tick them. But yeah, September goals. So I've done 16 workouts. It doesn't sound like very much, but at the moment I think I've done like one workout in 6 weeks. So this is going to be starting this planner from the 5th of September for me. So I'll actually work about 4 workouts a week. So for me, that's actually quite a lot. So what I'll do is every time I do a workout, I'll tick it. And obviously, I think it'll really motivate me to see kind of the ticks and to see me getting closer. I made the squares big enough so if I want to, I'm putting the date or the type of workout. Then again, I've got another goal, which is 16 days dairy free. Again, you can customize it to what going to work for you. So I went vegan for a while for ethical reasons, and I ended up sort of falling off that wagon, but that's something that I'd really like to start again, but I've really struggled with. So my plan is to try and build upon that every month. So I'm going to just start again with 16 days, because just felt like if everything's 16, it'll make it easier. And then 16 days no sweet treats. Again, I got into a habit of having something, you know, some chocolate or some sweets every day, so I really want to get out of that habit. And then I've got a section for notes, and under each one I've put, there's a little space. If I exceed, I can do a little tally and add any extra ones on there. And then in notes I can write, you know, if I achieved it or if I didn't and why, so I can work on that from next time. And if anything really helped me stay motivated, I can make a little note of it so I can remember it, you know, when I'm struggling to try that again. Then on the next page, I've got how I want to feel, and I've just kind of brainstormed. So I've put, obviously I want to feel energised, fit and healthy, and all different ways that I would like to feel, and then I've kind of just brainstormed different things that can help me to feel that way, because what I want to make sure is that when I get there, I actually feel how I want to feel, and I feel really good, but that also on the journey of kind of getting there, as we say, but it also feels good and that I stay motivated. So I've just kind of done a brainstorm of different things that can sort of help me. Not everyone's going to want to do that, but for me, I'm really big on making sure you feel good, and how you know, I mentioned knowing how you want to feel is really important in my very first YouTube video on how to deal with negative emotions and things. So I do think that, so for me personally, this is a really important thing to do, but as I say, it's not necessarily going to be for everyone, but I do find that this is really helpful to keep you on track if you're kind of in touch with how you're feeling. Then I've got September progress log. I think it's just really important when you're not necessarily seeing the results on your body straight away, to just know that you are making progress. So keeping a track, so I've done circles so I can tick which one I've done, because I probably won't do all 4 every week, but I've done photo or video, measurements, weights, successes and highlights. So sometimes you won't see it in a photo or a measurement or weight straight away, but if you keep track of your successes and highlights, it's really important. So, you know, if you've gotten to a top that you couldn't get into previously, or a success could be that you've just been really highly motivated this week, and obviously you can write down if there was any reason for that, so you've got that to look back on future. Or if you just managed to kind of you know, stay healthy all week, or you got a lot of workouts in. So even if you're not seeing it in your physical appearance, you can actually keep it's good to keep a progress log, so that you can actually see, actually I've done really well this week. You know, just to kind of keep you motivated and on track, and to get those habits, healthy habits forming. Then I'm going to turn the page, and obviously I've got the last week of September there. And then exercise type tracker. So again, you can customize this to what workouts you plan to do, and obviously I'm going to do a tally here, and at the end kind of put in the numbers so I can see where I've done well and where I haven't done so well, and to see if the areas that I've done well is where I need to be focusing my attention on, or if I actually be better off reducing that, and other areas I haven't done so well, increasing that depending on my type of goals. So that's something I can look at. Then I've got nutrient dense. So for me, again, not everyone's going to want to do this. This is I think a tracker is something that you should make customizable to whatever your goal is. So for me, I just want to get into a place where I'm feeling I'm really being healthy, and I tend to eat a lot of like empty calories and stuff that's not giving me very much nutrients from the food I eat. So I've done kind of breakfast, snack, lunch, dinner, snack, and then the dates, as I said, I'm starting from the 5th, and I'll go all the way up to this month, which will be the 30th. So my plan is I'll tick if I eat something nutrient dense, cross if I don't, and then line if it's kind of you know, half a meal's healthy, nutrient dense, and half isn't, so I can kind of really see visually, because I work really well to kind of being able to see things visually, sort of how well I'm doing and where I need to improve. So if I do well on breakfast, I'll be able to see that, or snacks or lunch, and then I can just really see areas that I need to kind of work on, because that is like a real kind of main goal for me, to just really get into a habit of eating really nutrient dense food. Then I've got health checker. So for me, I know that when my digestion system's working really well, that you know, I feel better. It's a good sign of health. When, you know, when you've got good digestion, then, you know, your hormones are better in check, it's easier to kind of lose weight, your mood's better and stuff. And one of the reasons that I've got motivated to get back into being healthy again is I've had really bad digestive problems, which have been completely self-inflicted from a bad diet. So I want to kind of make sure that's improving, because I know that's going to help me get to all my long-term goals. So again, not everyone's going to want to add this in, but for me that's really important. So digestion, what I'm going to be doing is, you know, I'm sorry if this is like too much information for some people, but I'm going to obviously write, you know, just put a line in here if I go to the toilet on that day, and obviously another line if I go again that day, and then like a smiley face if that bowel movement was healthy, and obviously a sad face if it didn't look very healthy. You know, just so I can kind of see that my health is improving, because it's just the best, you know, sign if what you're eating is actually working for you, because, you know, everybody's different, and then you can sort of tweak it. But I think it's really hard to kind of get into shape if you're not actually feeling very healthy and it's not working for your body. So that's a really important thing for me to personally track. And some people, they won't want to track that, but they might want to track water intake, or if they remember to take their supplements every day, or so again, you just make it really customizable. Then I'm going to put happy, I put happiness, so again I'll do this on a scale of 1 to 10, so 10 couldn't feel any happier, 1 feeling really unhappy, because again, if you're feeling happy, it's much easier to stay on track. But I've done a notes section, so if I'm feeling really unhappy one day but I've received some bad news, then obviously that's like not I'm going to feel unhappy. But say I was feeling unhappy for a lot of days and there wasn't really any particular reason for it, then I know that I might need to change something that I'm doing. I might need to look on how I want to feel section and try some of those, or I might need to change my diet or whatever. So I'm going to work on that. And then just my general mood, so obviously if I'm feeling really happy, motivated, sad, whatever, so that I can see where I need to tweak. And again, in notes I can put things like where I am in my cycle and stuff, because that could affect my mood, and that, just to kind of see everything. And then weekly log, so this is where I'm going to put in what I eat. I might not do this every day, because I think for me it's just more important that I'm eating nutrient dense food, but I am going to try to stick to this. I've done breakfast, snack, lunch, snack, dinner. I'm going to try and keep a water tally, make sure I'm having enough water. Exercise, writing down what I'm doing, my energy level, because I think that's an important thing to track, and then any notes. So again, if I was feeling particularly motivated, I could write in there, what made me feel motivated, so I've got that for future reference, to try again later if I'm struggling at a later date. And motivational level, so I'll do that again from 1 to 10, 10 being I'm really motivated, 1 not at all, so I can keep an eye on that. And I've done that for every day, so Monday, Tuesday, turn the page, got Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, so these are all just the same, and then Sunday. And then the end of Sunday I've done week summary, so we can put in here what worked, what didn't work, what to do again, what not to do, etc, etc. And then this page is blank, because what I'm going to do is just going to kind of copy that previous week and do all the rest of the weeks for September. But this is the first time I've done a fitness journal, so I want to make sure that this system's working, and if it is, I'll just copy it and make it exactly the same, and if it's not, then I'll tweak it. And then once I've done all the weeks of September, so that'll take me much further into the book, then what I'll do is I'll do October, and I'll repeat the process again, putting in things like the health tracker and the fitness tracker and the exercise type tracker, progress log, and all these things. But the reason I haven't put it in yet is because obviously I want to make it really customizable, so I'll see what kind of worked for me, what didn't, and then I'll put in what worked, and anything that I feel like needs to be added into there, then I'll do that. So that's my fitness tracker. If you'd like to see how I got on, then just leave me a comment below, and then I'll do an updated one in a month's time to tell you what worked in this planner and what didn't, and what I'm going to change and amend, and how I filled it out and everything. So yeah, do give me a thumbs up if you'd like to see that, or comment below. And if you want to see more of me, I'll be back next Monday with a new video, so do hit the subscribe button. Thanks for watching, bye!